meeting is one day and a couple of hours away. We are going to get into the numbers quickly. This is what we're going to go over today. We'll see 99% with the Fed, talk about the 27 rally, how it's been wiped out, $100 million wiped out there. Senator Elizabeth Warren, we haven't talked about Miss Warren for a while, did a whole video bag, Anyway, we'll dive into that later. Need a little bit of a catch up with Shano. This is the gentleman that I brought up yesterday that's taken on NAB that blocked him out of the bank. We have been talking in DMs. He's going away for a week, but I'll keep you updated on that one. Talking about Bitcoin miners, we'll talk about Mark Cubane's nearly $1 million loss and the SEC. We can talk about that really briefly. Getting into the numbers, block height 808,334, local time 5:57 a.m. Let's let it reload. Exchange rate 26,871 USD per BTC. Sats per dollar 3,722. Still a good deal there. Next halving 31,665 blocks to go. Unreal. Now this is the chart over the last 24 hours. Rallied up, got to 27,400, just a little bit higher, 27,404 from 26,417. So nearly $1,000 rally with very little news. It is because of what's going on with the Fed here. Came up late afternoon, it dropped out there. We'll see what this candle prints. I believe that's a doji, couple of those in a row, and then maybe we may reverse back up to the upside. We will get into that $100 million wiped out, all in the blink of an eye. We'll talk about that really quickly. It's looking good. At the moment, 26,869. This one must not have updated. 26,707, obviously not. Okay, now Bitcoin tops 27,000 with the Fed likely to extend the rate pause. This is absolutely great news. I brought it up earlier. 99% that they do absolutely nothing. We have that 1% chance in there that they do raise it. Very, very unlikely as well. When Jerome Powell does his speech, we are going to get a dot plot. We're going to find out what they're going to do or they intend to do for the rest of the year. Remember with the Fed, with these people, not to take them too seriously. Been very consistent lately with their messaging. Higher for longer, they'll hold it, they'll watch. They've been doing that. But remember last year when they said we'll keep it low for a long time and then they started raising. So take it with a grain of salt. Now, jumping into it, likely to pause. Bitcoin gained 8% since the death cross appeared on the daily chart September 11. Little bit of an ominous day there. The rally comes as traders see the Fed holding rates steady through the rest of the year. The bounce comes as Fed funds futures indicate a 99% probability the US central bank will leave rates unchanged between 5.25 and 5.5% this Wednesday. Futures also show a 69% chance. Absolutely perfect. Infinity of no action November, 58% probability of the same in December. No one really expects a change in the policy rate or balance sheet guidance at this meeting. Instead, it will focus upon tweaks to forward guidance on the policy rate, updated macroeconomic projections, and guidance that Jerome Powell provides. This one is likely to be about buying time. FOMC is likely fully aware of the fact that there have been 3 prior inflation soft patches during the pandemic that were subsequently followed by a re-acceleration of inflationary pressures. Another reason is to manage markets because the minute the FOMC signals conviction that rate hikes are definitely done is when traders with their itchy fingers pounce on the front end and start pricing amplified easing bets. We'll keep you up to date. We are really only hours away from it. 1 day, 21 hours, 58 minutes, 35, 34, 33 seconds. So we'll know what it is tomorrow. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Imagine if they raised it with a 99% probability that they won't. That would cause absolute havoc and catastrophe. I don't think that's their intention. Nobody does. And that's the point. If they did, that's why it would be so catastrophic. So Bitcoin gives out 27,000 and sharp tumble as crypto liquidations top 100 million. We'll just touch on this really briefly. If you're trading with leverage, most likely you're going to get wrecked, which is fine. If that's what you want to get into, that's just the price of tuition. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the game that you're playing. If you go to university to become an engineer, it's going to cost you a couple of $100,000, 4 years of your life minimum after all your schooling and going through all that nonsense. So you pay to play with that to be able to earn more. Same with trading. So take that into account. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Just know most people are going to lose money. If you don't want to lose money, just stack and chill. Obviously not financial advice, probably a pretty bloody good idea to look into. Bitcoin's rise above 27,000 proved short-lived as the token tumbled about 2% in minutes during early afternoon hours to 26.7. Not a bad thing because it rallied so fast, so quick. There's no liquidity in the market. And that's what the Fed's effectively been doing, is removing the liquidity out of the market. But now we've got proof that Bitcoin can just rally in an instant, which is good. $1,000 candle, well, not $1,000 candle, but $1,000 price move in the last 24 hours from low to high. I know it's come back down again, but wait till after the halving. I think we're going to see $10,000 days. I truly do. I think it's going to be insane. 12 to 18 months after the halving, I think we're in for a ride. So the whipsaw in prices caught some crypto derivatives traders off guard, liquidating roughly 100 mil worth of leveraged trading positions over the past 24 hours. Short traders who attempted to profit from lower price endured 60 mil in losses, while long traders who bet on higher prices suffered 40 million in losses. So people either went short or long. To the upside or the downside, they both got wrecked. It's crazy. Anyway, people are going to keep doing it, and why not? The trend is your friend. When low liquidity, maybe it's not the best bet. If you get it right, obviously it's going to pay off. Now, Elizabeth Warren, what a lady, hey? What an absolute lady. Crypto money laundering bill builds momentum as more sign on. Bit of a nothing burger, really, at this stage. One of US Senate's top crypto critics, Elizabeth Warren, has drummed up some high-profile names to back her crypto legislation meant to target money laundering. The bipartisan bill hasn't yet made any further steps forward, such as an approval by the Senate Banking Committee. US Senator Warren has enlisted more support from key lawmakers in a growing coalition pushing for a law to crack down on money laundering and sanctions abuse in crypto, with new sponsorship from the top. Oh, we need to get into something very shortly. It's insane. From the top Democrats on the Senate Homeland Security and Judiciary committees. Now, where is it? Yeah, it comes down a little bit. So the next paragraph after this one here. The wider-ranging bill introduced in July would, among other things, extend anti-money laundering requirements, so AML requirements from the Bank Secrecy Act to providers of digital asset wallets, crypto miners, validators, and other network participants. Whether it's ill-intentioned or well-intentioned, beside the point, they're going to have a hard bloody time with it, but it is going to allow them to be able to continue enforcement action with that. If anyone is watching live, I'm using a different streaming platform. If you wouldn't mind just dropping a comment to see if it comes up my end. If you have been, I haven't been able to see it. Also streaming now on Twitter as an FYI. I'll go back through, make sure that works. We did that yesterday for the first time. So anyway, and regarding this, Warren's efforts also has backing from a group that more often draws her Wall Street bankers. Now, this is a problem. That industry's lobbyists, including the Bank Policy Institute, have weighed in with support. Wall Street bankers have a lot of weight, more so than Warren or any politician does. Wall Street bankers are the people that run the world, nearly. People like Larry Fink and three-letter agencies that run the world. But in regards to the Wall Street bankers, them jumping in behind are going to give extra momentum, extra funding as well, more incentives for these people to be able to jump on and sign their support if they have the backing of Wall Street. While the bill may not go far this year, some of Warren's money laundering concerns have been addressed in another piece of legislation, amendment to the 2024 National Defense Authorization Act. Sounds pretty intense. Shano, I've reposted this thread. He's getting politicians and everything involved now. went to a state politician, had to go up to the federal level as well. Journalists are covering it. He's gone away for a week there. We went more in depth yesterday into it just to keep everyone updated. Looks like we'll get him on the channel. So if you have any questions for Shane, this is the Australian guy, and his bank just said, you have like a couple of days, like I think is October 15, 45 days. 45 days to get out of his bank account to create a new one, basically because he bought Bitcoin. It's been using these people for 30 odd years as a business, hundreds of thousands of dollars going through. The only thing, and he went in there, he's pretty provocative, but he went in there and said he disagrees with their terms and conditions as well. I think he's a bloody Chad. He's a bloody legend, this guy. Anyway, I look forward to it. Can't show you the messages because they're not PG rated, but absolutely hilarious. Look forward to having him on there. Bitcoin miners, will just race through this quickly. Sorry, I was distracted. I've reposted that thread anyway. You can see that there. In regards to Bitcoin miners, super quick update. Seek an alternative energy source. We've covered this in depth here on the channel. Just sort of talks about the new generation of crypto mining, focus on alternative energy sources and stuff. Talking about high hash rate, low Bitcoin price. It's not creating a lot of profits for people. So this is Stephen Lubka. We're just talking about Stephen yesterday on the channel, actually. I had him on. Good video there. Anyway, he's the managing director for Bitcoin-focused financial service company Swan. Told Cointelegraph that while the average rate to mine a single Bitcoin is around 26K, mining companies focus on renewable energy sources seeing rates between 5 and 15. Riot Blockchain, we've had Rob from Riot on. You can check out that video. Anyway, they're using mainly wind and solar energy generated across Texas has helped Riot ensure some of the lowest cost to mine crypto. Stated in our Q2 investor deck, it costs Riot $8,389 to mine one Bitcoin. It's not just wind and solar. They are getting incentives back as well from ERCOT. Bitcoin miners naturally incentivized to find the lowest cost of power. What I want to get into, so we all know about the energy, but this is absolutely insanely exciting in regards to technology and how Bitcoin actually fixes this. What shirt am I? Oh, so I got these shirts yesterday. A shout out to FOMO21, no affiliate link, just beautiful clothes. I'd seen them. I needed to buy a couple. My go-to shirts now. I've got 3 in the same color, different writing. Absolutely love it. Anyway, they have Fix the Money, Fix the World. Shout out to their channel, Fix the Money, Fix the World, Luke Mickick as well. Anyway, in regards to this, Ocean Bit, along with Bitcoin, is fixing the money, fixing the wall. We've got the sunrise down below as well. That is a video I took, by the way, 2 weeks ago. They're integrating Bitcoin mine into its ocean thermal energy power plant design. This is insane. According to Bennett, ocean thermal energy is the largest untapped energy source on the planet. It's a baseload source of renewable energy. When they say on the planet, maybe that's true. I dare say the sun's the biggest source of energy, but the sun is not on the planet. By default. It is a baseload source for renewable energy like hydro or geothermal, but use the temperature difference in ocean water to generate electricity. Pretty insane. So the cold water, deep water intake, they suck it up. The warm surface water intake, the differential somehow combine together and creates electricity. Mixed water returns in there. I do want to know, like, they're not doing a huge scale, and the ocean's so big. Like, on average, the ocean between summer and winter, I think, changes 2 degrees. So it's not either 2 or 4 degrees. I think 2 degrees on average. And that top level here, if you can see where they've made it lighter, is definitely warmer. Once you get under like that 3 to 5 meters, and then it just drops off rapidly, and then it must get colder and colder. 40 meters the deepest. Well, a little bit deeper actually. I was knocked, and I kept going down. I must have got to about 50 meters, and someone had to come down and rescue me when I first started my diving career many moons ago. Anyway, I think that's bloody interesting how they do it. So I'll keep you updated with that. I think that's a pretty interesting project, and I'll see if I can reach out to OceanBit and have them on to talk about that. I think that would be pretty cool. Just a quick reminder, Mark Cuban, he lost like $800-something-thousand clicking on a Pfizer link, $870,000 worth of tokens through his MetaMask. I do believe MetaMask is allowing Bitcoin transactions and stuff now. So if you are using MetaMask or any hot wallet or anything, any wallet, any cold wallet, hot wallet, never enter your seed phrase, never put in there, never give anyone your private keys. Don't click on any links, verify it, be careful, slow down with it, and maybe have, I don't know, maybe it's 2-3 cold wallets. One's like deep cold, one's less deep cold, but still deep cold, and one's like a warmer cold wallet, all disconnected. Pretty crazy. No big deal for Cuban, but still a big deal. SEC ripping into Binance.us again. Bit of a nothing burger because the prices of it. We just go to CoinGecko, even though it sucks. Well, it's good enough, but like it's trading sideways in the last 24 hours here, so they're not worried. I would be worried if you're holding BNB. You know, if for a gamble, like I'm Bitcoin only, but for a gamble and you feel like putting yourself in a position where you can potentially get wrecked, buying at these prices, really bad. If we, I don't know, maybe long term it works out all right. Yeah, who knows? Can we go max and it's interesting. It spent so long above this 200 level since 2021, and there's a very little support there. I think we're going to see Binance absolutely collapse, unfortunately. Maybe it takes after the halving, maybe it's late 24, 25. I think there's going to be a lot of blood in the streets with Binance. It's probably not going to happen straight away, but when it does, a lot of people are going to be unsuspected. He's just too charismatic. What's his name? CZ. Brendan, anytime there's a hacker or scam, it's MetaMask every bloody time. Brendan, I think you bloody said that well. It's always MetaMask and somebody's clicked on some link. And there's also Vitalik Buterin the other day. I don't know if that was a, well, there's a Pfizer link and there's Twitter got hacked. I think that's even in the same article here. They might have talked about it here in regards to Vitalik Buterin. Yeah, there's a second Pfizer attack to hit a high-profile person in as many weeks. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin's X account was compromised in a phishing attack in early September. Buterin did not seem to lose his own funds, but users lost a cumulative 700,000 by sending tokens to an illicit link that was seemingly endorsed by Buterin. Obviously, they use MetaMask. Most people did. Even if he lost it, I'm sure they'll just change the rules and they just get it back. And that's the problem that I have with Ethereum. It's very centralized. People in my comments are like, I'm not listening, you're a Bitcoin maxi. Yeah, I'm a Bitcoin maxi, and if you don't like it, leave. It's fine, it's my channel, and it's your time, your choice. I know that's a little bit heathen, a little bit nasty, but there's a revolution going on with Bitcoin. It's important. It's probably your last hope at freedom for your soul, for your psyche. There is a war between good and evil, and Bitcoin is what fixes this. It's not Ethereum, it's not BNB, it's not XRP, it's not Cardano, it's not any of these other shitcoins. Do I still have it up? I'll bring it up. I don't know how many coins there are, but there's fucking tens of thousands that are absolutely worthless. And if there's anything here of value, anything of value, people can fund it. and then it'll get implemented into Bitcoin's either base chain or a scaling solution. And it may take a while, but they can fuck around in that playground with that crypto. And some people are going to get very, very rich. And I did well in crypto. That's fine. But you need to focus in on it, and you're playing around with startups, and it's just a big fucking circle jerk. And that's fine if you want to play in that game. It's not the game I want to play. It's not what's changing the world. If they do anything that changes the world, well, thanks, they've just paid for the R&D, and it's going to come over to Bitcoin anyway. So that's where I stand. No, it's probably going to piss some people off, but it's the only thing that's actually important. It's the only revolution. If you're not aware of it, read the Bitcoin Standard. If this book is too big and you try read it, I've given this book to so many people and they're like, it's too much. It's too much for them, because this is a lesson in macroeconomics. You're going to get schooled pretty bloody hard. If that's too big, that's fine. I've got another book for you. Beers for Bitcoin. Now, this is a small book. This is an easy book. Read this book. Give this book out to people. I will be giving away a couple of copies of this book. I got so many. They arrived yesterday. They're bloody awesome. Shout out to Looking Glass Education, Daz B, Seb Bunny. But this is my go-to orange pill book. Now, it's so easy. And if people read this and get it and put a little bit of money in, they're going to end up with this book. And then they're going to end up with Principles of Economic, the Fiat Standard in there, Jeff Booth, The Price of Tomorrow, Bitcoin Evangelism, Brian Zimmerman, Jason Mayer, A Progressive's Case for Bitcoin. Bloody hell, they may even get into The Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell, because Bitcoin is the revolution. It is changing lives. If you haven't read that book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, read it. And that book down the bottom, that really nice hardcover, that book is The Secret Garden. That's a bloody good book. And I'd really recommend everyone read that as well. Great for the imagination. Anyway, it is Bitcoin only. It's a bloody beautiful day. Be blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.